Start.
Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna.
And welcome
to the We Watch It All podcast, where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for. And it is Housewife night. Well, after Housewife night.
Yeah, well, we never record this on Housewife night.
No, why would you?
Just some preferences here. You may hear squishing coming from my knees. No, because listen, when I put my leg down,
Yeah, I don't think they'll hear that.
I don't know if you guys...
She's got an ice pack on her knees.
I've been having hives.
She took a Brody to the floor. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I've been breaking out in hives, okay? I'm coming full circle here because a month ago, I broke out in hives on my knees, and this was a chain reaction.
Welcome, Galileo. She's here.
Let me tell you, that little brat has been quiet for the last 2 days because before this, I had I was a mess. There's no episode up on the We Talk About It All this week, okay? That should just give you, like, an idea of, like,
a mess. Road rage in the hallway? I don't know. Anyway.
Who had road rage?
Like,
when?
That's what you were acting like.
When?
With Yashiko.
Oh, she was quiet the last 2 days. Like, they knew. Don't mess with this girl. Today I had a rash. Yesterday I had the most severe headache. I didn't sleep. I slept for 2 hours.
Rash.
What?
Plus rash.
Well, I've had the rash for every day.
You're making me itchy, and I'm not.
Today, so if you hear a little, that's me. I can't help it. It's so bad, and I just found out allergy medicine could give you. I'm 54% more likely to have dementia now.
And so can my high blood pressure medicine. But what am I going to do? I'm going to die from something.
All right, well, let's.
Chances are, if I don't take the high blood pressure medicine, I'll die from that first.
Okay,
I'll stroke out.
All right. Let's get into this week's Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's got her notes printed out here.
Yeah, I just thought I'd get a little fancy for the reading. Look, it starts as always with my favorite.
You don't have it, but this episode's called Coffee Talk.
Yeah.
They said double down on the two most Jersey words you could think of.
I did write it down, and it doesn't seem to be saved on my paper, because I always do for that one. Yeah. Interesting.
Good thing you got that one, because I don't think I had girls' trips. So, yeah, this is episode 9, Coffee Talk.
It feels like we're almost to the end, and I feel like not much has happened.
Remember last week they showed coming up the rest of the season. So, I don't know. But here's my thing. Coming up this season, if they do 22 episodes...
But I think they're going to do 22
episodes. No, but 22 episodes actually would include the reunion. If it's like a 3-part reunion, that takes us down already. So, we would be at the halfway point, actually. Even if it's a 2-part reunion.
Oh, it's definitely a 2-part reunion.
Oh, obviously, but I'm saying 2 to 3.
I don't know that they have 3. Maybe if it's going to be including, like, wedding and such.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just
call.
trying to, like, think about it, and it's like... yeah, so I guess we really are at the halfway point, kind of crazy. So drop that OC trailer now, bravo.
Yeah, right? I mean, come on.
All right, let's hop into it.
Well, it starts with my favorite, little, as Andy Cohen would call her.
What?
Dolo, Doe. He's got all sorts of nicknames for little Miss Dolores.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah, I forgot you watched the Watch What Happens live
He's got all sorts of nicknames for her, but it starts with her and Paulie. Cutest freaking couple ever. Come on, I mean, can we just get married? She posted
this weird thing in a wedding dress on her story, like, right before we started, but there's no context, no nothing. Went on the photographer's account. I don't know what that is or what that was. I don't know if it's, like, a promotion for something else,
Could be.
but...
Who knows? She's prepping.
It's kind of weird.
But I just think she deserves it. She needs to get married. He's a lovely guy. I mean, unless there's some kind of hidden skeletons we don't know about. I pray to God.
I don't know. I mean, listen, that house is definitely not cheap. So I don't know how he got that money. But let's hope he was right.
Well, they start showing, they do their usual blip, 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 blip of
flashing.
People.
Yeah, I really took note of that. Until they get to,
somebody that's going to take the reins, which was her. And
it has always been her. Have you noticed that?
This season, yeah, she's really a forerunner.
No, but I'm saying where it's like the little flash,
not a forerunner.
the flashing. It's always her. Like before they went down to the shore, it was her. Even the other one where she was talking with Frank, it's her.
But I think I think they realized that she's like kind of the most. I don't want to say the most interesting, but like, okay, so we already know what's happening with Teresa. We know she gets married. We already know. Everybody's seen the end result.
She
it's kind of
has
like
a new story.
Still a little bit of a mystery as to where she is with this relationship with Frank. The whole bit. It's all still kind of a little
because
mysterious.
Even though it ties
kind of
back to like previous storylines for her, it's adding on to that storyline. Like, it's building. Like, from, like, the whole, like, coming in the with Frank and all that. It's building. It's not like we're Teresa and Melissa, or we're constantly watching them just, like,
this
fight
is different.
And rebuild.
And there's little, and like, with Teresa and Melissa, I have to say, We know what. There's nothing left to know about. There's nothing left to know of what. I mean, although, don't get me wrong, last week's pizza fight, nope, I never heard of that. So obviously that was kept under wraps. Even Dolores, when she was on this Watch What Happens Live, she was kind of saying there was a lot of stuff that she hadn't heard until then. And even now she goes, there's still stuff that's still trickling out about this whole Pizzagate or whatever they were calling it. They were like, joking with that. But she has she's got a lot of stuff that we haven't really dove into, as to whatever happened with her son and David living together, and Frank is living there, but then yet he has the girlfriend. There's still things that we still don't know. Yeah, that is weird.
Does the girlfriend live with him and David?
I don't think so. I don't know if he lives with David. I think I think Frank lives in I don't want to say multiple places, but I think in the summer she had said one time last year that he was down the shore primarily. So I think
interesting.
Yeah, I think he's primarily there, and then maybe in the winter he stays with David and the girlfriend. I don't know. Interesting, but all stuff again we don't know. But she did. They were talking about Frank, and they were talking about each other's exes and different things like that. And we got a little taste of what Paulie has now. He's obviously got an ex-wife. He's got 2 kids that are older. Well, I think she's 21 or 24 and 17 or something. So obviously they show the kids, and he will talk to his ex, but he alluded to the fact that nothing like what Frank is requesting. I think, what? I think their relationship's sweet. I love that Frank is so upset about this. Yeah. But I think Paulie's getting tripped up on the fact that because he said it, he thinks that does he want her back or something, or miss what he had? He could miss what he had, and he could be regretful, but I don't think he does. I just think he doesn't want to lose the close bond that he has with her.
Yeah, I think it's just somebody messing with this little circle that they have, and it's somebody new.
I think personally I think he would welcome anybody that Dolores
because he did welcome David, but here's the thing, David was not a very hands-on guy.
No, and he didn't come to a lot of events. Not that Paul's come to a lot of events
but
either,
he's had reasons
I think he will though in the end. But I think the thing with,
because he sounded interesting of what happened at the shore. He wanted to know
what was going on.
It wasn't just David would have been don't care.
Want to talk about it.
Don't care, boring.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it. But I think Frank's problem is he'll welcome him in. He just doesn't want him to take her away from them.
And what's weird too is here's my thing. It would have been one thing if her kids were younger, but her kids don't even live with her, so it's not he's taking her away from the kids or something like that. There really is nothing, because what is he taking her away from? Because she really shouldn't have that much of an effect.
No, it's very weird.
It is kind of.
I think weird. Like she said, he doesn't like change. He doesn't he likes when things are just he knows what to expect. But she did mention on Watch What Happens Live that she ended up having to leave the shore early to go home and take care of Paulie, because he did get very sick from that procedure that he had. So she ended up,
that's why they stopped filming after that, because they were just
yeah, I don't know.
Because that group, I could see. I mean, if you go into the houses, so now the one house is thrown off because Dolores is missing, so it's just Jen and Rachel. I feel but all of them would also be sympathetic.
They didn't address that at all on the show.
No, because I guess it just wasn't important enough.
Because what did she say? She didn't. Somewhere along the line, she must have left, and we didn't notice that she left, because she said they show things of Louis, because they start talking about Louis a little bit. And
they think at the Melissa and Louis party.
Yeah, where
they were talking.
Where they showed Louis coming back crying and stuff like that, and they said that she.
Well, you know what? All they have to do is reuse reaction footage, which they do, and it makes it look like Dolores never left. If they tried hard enough, they can make it look like Danielle never left either. When you really think about it.
Yeah, but when they didn't show this whole thing, that's the thing.
Well, no, I know
they
just
showed the Louis flashback of him coming in after he moved the car, saying he was upset.
I can't take this anymore.
Yeah, I can't take that.
It's hurting me.
Crazy town. Come on, Lou, pull it together. But they didn't show. They didn't
show.
They
didn't. They just really cut it after anybody. They pulled off.
Yeah, so they kind of let. I don't feel like I'm stuck to the couch.
That is baby Adam.
But that sounds like he's having fun at least.
I don't give a damn what he's doing.
But I'm just saying. That'll be sporadic. When she starts screaming and crying,
but even the sporadic streaks are
I know, but that a tantrum is going to go on for a couple minutes.
We haven't had a tantrum in a while, guys.
Or something.
Oh God, you can only hope keep that trapper shut.
That's true.
That's what I told you the other day. Remember, I said, Binky, we need a Binky. They have no. She's popping in a cashew.
a good one. I forgot. Yeah, I was eating cashews. Sorry.
That's the best part is, though, is, like, that's our favorite, like, I guess nut to eat is, like, a cashew. Almond's a close second, but the skin. But...
I do love a pistachio.
I don't really think I've had, like, a good try in, like, being older now.
You've had pistachios.
But the thing is,
salt,
she's...
You get a pistachio.
Okay, but she's not named Cashew because that's our favorite thing. That's literally the dog of the previous owner there. So she's just taken on that title.
Just works out. And Adam is not Adam.
All right, let's get back to this, please.
There's something going on there. So she does tell him. I thought she was hilarious when she said this because, see, this was old. See, I feel like Dolores has matured and grown so much in her time on the show. Yeah. I can't say that about everybody. But I feel like she's mature. No, because some of them are just, like, still, like Melissa and Teresa, they're still there at that same place. Like, come on. Like, she's kind of progressed and moved up and stuff. But, like, every once in a while she'll throw you a little tidbit of, like, she said that she's going to meet with Jen A. and they're going to go have lunch together and discuss because she said, I don't like to be fighting with somebody that I did care about. And she said to him, though, I caught it, like, quickly. I'm like, wait, is she doing a beatdown to someone? She says, instead of giving Jennifer Aiden an old school beatdown, I'm going to just meet with her for lunch, to have, like, lunch and drinks or something. And he even commented.
Yeah, he said the Patterson Dolores, Which, I'm kind of waiting to see. I know I've put my who's gonna punch somebody on another one. I just feel like Dolores has grown out of, like, a throwdown. She gave us a little
Patterson at the mozzarella party.
No, I know, but I'm saying...
No, see, that's the thing. I think she gets it. She is too
old to throw
you don't
down
be
like
doing
that.
this anymore. You don't be throwing down.
No, but here's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying Rachel and Danielle are younger of the group.
Oh, yeah, they're all ready to throw down. Danielle's ready to fight somebody.
I see. But she's coming back with a vengeance now, which I might have to change my answer. But I'll ponder on that.
She is not going to beat Rachel, though. If that's who she's going for, she might as well go for one of the older ones because she is that girl. I think is too savvy and too quick. Yeah, she's not going to get her. She's just not going to get her. That's not who it's going to be. So she might as well just forget it.
Yeah.
But I love when they really go Jersey, and Dolores, sometimes her accent really goes.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, the title is very appropriate. Coffee Talk. Could you get more Jersey than those two words? No. Probably not.
Finally. I know you know where I'm going.
Rachel.
We find out what Rachel does for
I literally wrote
that.
Finally,
living.
Rachel. Thank you. And I was like, but she named like 100 businesses, not just one.
Into like a full blown.
She name dropped every business she could think of.
The parking company, which is Avenue Valet. She's got the concierge company. A tile business, which is the Tile King, and the burger store, which we're not sure what that is. If it's the burger store or a burger shop.
But here's my thing. You know what's interesting about her owning like a burger shop? The condiments on the table make sense. They're connoisseurs. They're trying things out for their burger shop.
I don't think it's connoisseurs, but that does sound like
they're connoisseurs of burgers. You're a connoisseur of something.
Condiment connoisseur.
Condiment connoisseur. Rachel Fuda, the condiment connoisseur.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yes, but her, and it makes sense because they live in a way too nice of a house in Jersey. And don't get me wrong, I mean, houses are not as expensive, like, but it's not a cheap house. That house is $1 million house plus. And then she has a shore house, which is probably $1 million plus. So
yeah, and she's got all those kids too.
Well, she's got 2 kids, yeah.
No, I know, and she did the IVF too, right? She said so. Yeah, she did that
twice, and she's looking to go third.
So she's got good money there, basically. She's like the Heather Dubrow of New Jersey, but she's not
She's got a housekeeper that cooks and cleans for her. So come on, you don't just have a housekeeper.
But those businesses clearly they've set them up and they've can step back from them. Yeah. Except for the burger shop because they are condiment connoisseurs.
So they got to be in there figuring that crap out, or stealing it from their shop and bringing it back home. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying they're taste testing the condiments.
What I will say though, I did notice. She was very polite to her, she calls her her housekeeper. Yeah. She was very polite to her because she asked her, she called her by her name and said something about what are we eating, and she said something like rice and broccoli and I guess no meat, I don't know. But she was like just very nice to her, I thought. Not
very Ramona Singer.
Yeah, no.
You know what, I came up with a theory though? Let me just theorize this with you here. So, have you noticed that the order of the taglines are the order they're revealing these storylines? Like, Danielle and the bougie kids, that.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got
Now Rachel's coming into
No,
play.
no, but before Rachel is Marge with the lethal enemy.
Oh, that's true.
Have you noticed that? It's like kind of weird. And like, isn't Dolores one of the first ones to go, or is she at the end?
I think Dolores is the first
I don't know
one.
if I wrote mine in the correct
Oh, I think
order.
she might be the first one. Because then, or is it Melissa?
Melissa's the first one to go. Melissa does
and
that.
And then I think it's Dolores.
Yeah, and
She's
then
in
they
the very front.
But yeah, because I think Teresa and Jennifer end it.
Yeah.
Which would make sense.
Melissa,
Maybe
Dolores,
we're getting
Marge,
to why
Danielle, Rachel.
Maybe it's gonna make sense like
Jennifer,
as we go.
And then Teresa.
Yeah, so maybe that's what we're waiting for. I don't know. I just kind of noticed that. I don't know if anybody else did. I may have the order wrong, but it is kind of happening. At least these three happened in order of like Bougie Kids, the Lethal Enemy, and the Company, which I just thought was interesting. But then it doesn't make any sense when you've been watching the last 9 episodes and you're like, why?
It's funny because when you watch her, it's like a tough call. Like you feel like you're not gonna like her because you're like, oh, she's gonna be like some snobby little young rich girl, and she is the youngest of all of them. But then like see when you hear her talking about like the son and stuff, it's like you realize she's just really a genuine like normal person, not nothing crazy.
Normal person though. Was she eating cottage cheese? What was that?
She was eating cottage cheese and grapes, which makes more sense because people do eat that like that.
I just saw the
didn't
cottage
notice in the
cheese.
beginning, but when I rewatched it, I saw her eating grapes before, and then she picked up the cottage cheese.
Okay, no, I just noticed a container and it looked like
she had something else. She had cottage cheese and some other kind of fruit there with it. No, grapes and some other kind of fruit. So she was,
No, I only
do that. They just eat cottage cheese. And I'm
know. I heard that from some bodybuilders, but I thought she was just
the cheeses.
Maybe they're testing out some cottage cheese to put on the burgers or in the burgers or something. I've never had cottage cheese and don't really plan on it.
Because you would never like it.
Vegan now, so no. But I was like, what the hell are you doing, Rachel?
John Fuda has an interesting life too because he apparently was on his own with his son for years, and I guess he started up his own businesses too, and then when they got together they had some kind of little more advancement, but she wants to adopt him, and I think that's sweet, but you do, he is right, you have to get the mother to sign off. You can't just adopt, like he can't have 2 people claiming him as mothers, so which is interesting because you can if you're a couple though, like 2 women, you can have 2 mothers. But like you can't have like the birth mom has to sign off.
This isn't Sister Wives.
Yeah, no, the birth mom has to sign off. So.
Which I get why she would say that because if you have like sole custody of him,
that's so hard. It's like, even though somebody knows they don't pay attention to that kid, like I think to myself, could I do that? Like, because then that means I'm just relinquishing all my rights, even though I know maybe the other person was like really good to them. I don't know that I would do that. Like that would just be.
I'd be interested though to see her ask the son, like, is this something he wants? I
think it is.
Oh no, I think they meant. That was the flashback they mentioned. Okay.
Yeah, I think he would want it, but again, it's sad.
Who wouldn't when you're living with the condiment connoisseurs over there? Like,
and getting a phone every friggin' week. Like,
oh yeah, I forgot he broke the phone and all that. He's like, yeah, sure, you could adopt me, but just no more kids.
No more kids. No more condiments for kids. I'm just saying. So now we get to the long-awaited lunch.
Which, well, obviously it's Jen and Dolores, but yeah, sorry, I should let you say that. Am I crazy to say that I don't feel like Jen and Dolores have ever been close? Like, in the way that Dolores is like, oh, I want to make good with her, yada, yada. Like, I don't feel like they've ever been close. Like, I feel like they've just always coexisted next to each other in the group.
What the problem is that, I don't know if you remember, she worked for Bill. She worked, it's very briefly brought up in a couple of different areas. That's why when she was talking to Paulie, she said, I like them as a couple. And he said something about Bill. And she worked for him as a office manager or something.
Oh,
yes, so that's how she
no, but I'm
Jennifer
saying like this. I'm saying in the housewife world, like I don't feel like they've ever gone out to eat alone like this.
No, but
this might have just been to set. I know it's probably to set up the plot and things like that.
Oh, yeah,
but
no,
I
this
don't know.
Was definitely
it was just so the way they were trying to make it like rekindling.
No, I think this was just so that they could quietly talk. But no, I think they have gotten along in.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like they've just always coexisted in the settings. Never have they ever been like going out to lunch separately, like maybe in a group of 3, but
I don't think they've ever done that.
And I don't think they'll ever do it again.
No, I don't either. But
I don't know. I just like it was. I don't know. Maybe it was just the way it was portrayed.
Well, I think they were just trying to get together without all the other girls so that they could talk about whatever the problems are, because it doesn't involve the other girls, and it really is. This fight, I'm glad it's over because it was getting stupid. It was just truly getting stupid. I thought for sure like that she was gonna pop off the minute Dolores told her about that Jackie shared information, but she didn't.
She might not even remember.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she just didn't care. Maybe she thought it was like it sounds like she shared more than that anyway. She kept talking to her.
Well, yeah, she talked about the pool house. Which here's my thing, Miss Jennifer Aiden. If the
board that thing up.
That's what I was just about to say. If the pool house is an issue, well, he's at work. Call a locksmith. Change the locks. Yeah. And if he really needs to get in that pool house, he'll crawl through a window or something. But change the locks, girl. Take the door off.
Yeah, because I don't know what he's doing out there, but
like,
obviously
really?
He's trying to get away from you and the family.
We'll let you know what's so good about a pool house when we inevitably live there one day and my cousins. Check out We Talk About It All. We talked all about that. I don't even remember what episode that was.
See what Bill's looks like.
Yeah. We'll have to. They take us on a backyard tour, Jen.
I think they've done a tour. I think they've shown the pool house on one episode.
Did you notice though, like when they brought the bolognese out that they had for Dolores, which looked pretty good because it just looked like delicious. I just was craving pasta at that moment though. She was really eating, Dolores. You know, yeah, I appreciate a housewife who eats.
And Jennifer eats too.
She was eating too, but no, I'm just saying. I think she had she didn't have like a heavy pasta meal. I think
like she ordered, Dolores. No, she didn't. She ordered vodka sauce.
Oh, she had vodka sauce,
but she had a salad before it.
I think that's what I noticed was the salad because I remember seeing something green there. But I just noticed I was like, go in on that bolognese, Dolores.
She did. It's
always appreciation.
Well, because I say that further down, like about eating.
Well, because I think even though Jennifer can get a little on your nerves, she still is decently normal. Well, when you pull her away from Teresa, she's not as bad.
Dolores also divulged that because Jennifer Fessler was on that medicine, that all the housewives are doing the diet medicine.
Oh, yeah. Marge took it too, I think.
Yeah, Marge took it too. So did Dolores. Yeah, because Andy asked her what she was doing, and she said she took the same thing, but it was a different name. Hers was a different name. But she said she's not hungry at all. But that's not good because that's not how you do it. You don't do it like that. And she said, I wasn't going to be left behind. Oh, I'm like, shame on you, Dolores.
I haven't seen her like recently in person besides the sit down. So I'm going to assume the sit down was probably before she took that maybe because I don't know. Oh, I was going to ask you, but it sounds like it's coming from here. Could be their pipes. Should we be worried? Put your ear on the wall. Sounds like someone's doing the damn, what's that? Oh my God, look at my leg from the ice. It's worse, the hives. I need a picture of this. Lord help us, you guys. Between the tap dancing that was going on upstairs, I don't know. Maybe they were doing that like thing that Giselle taught everybody on the Ultimate Girls Trip. The parade walk, and then next door, and then the reveal that my legs have welted up even more red than when I put them under the blanket with the ice pack. Chaos pretty much ensued. All right, where were we even? We were talking
about Dolores and
Jen. We were talking about them. Fight. Oh no, we were talking about the medicine that Dolores had taken. We were just kind of finishing up with that.
Yeah. She had taken that, but
yeah.
She I was saying that when she told that Jackie shared some of her information, I thought she was going to go ballistic, and she didn't, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But she even actually shared more.
I feel like she really is different though when she's not with Teresa. So maybe like.
No, I definitely think she is one of those.
Like I think she can start a fight.
I definitely think she's.
Oh, I got my pink chalky stuff on the table.
I just definitely think she's. I definitely think she's definitely.
So I wonder if getting rid of Teresa would benefit the whole show overall. Maybe she'd listen. I think she'd still throw it down with Marge. I think she'd still throw it down with anybody. Yeah, I think it's just anything. But I wonder if it would just be like, I don't know. There's something about her running back to Teresa and like telling things that kind of annoys me.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of like, and I don't like, also she tells Teresa what she wants to hear, so it's kind of like. But the only reason they'd ever keep Teresa is because I think, as everybody kind of thinks, there might be something weird with Louis, so why not keep her on and watch it play out on the show again, which is horrible. But
I think Jennifer's problem was what she said. She said that, she thought Dolores was going to be more sympathetic towards her. And I get that because she was saying, like, she knows where I'm coming from. Yeah. She's been in my predicament. She knows what it's like. She knows the decision you have to make, whether to stay or go with your family, the whole bit.
Yeah.
And I do agree. I thought they would have had more in common, especially with this affair thing. But, she forgets that she was acting like a jerk last season.
That's
she
the
was
issue.
digging
It's like
up stuff about Jackie's husband that was untrue. Drama. And now you know what it feels like because your kids are coming home, they're hearing things, they're seeing things. Same thing that Jackie's kids went through that she said, and there was nothing even going on. At least your husband did something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least there was a reason. Like, you guys
this is not a rumor. It's true.
Yeah, you just made crap up and put that whole family through nothing or whatever for nothing. So, or even if it did happen, nobody has real proof, so you shouldn't do that. But
yeah,
you know, it is what it is. But I'm just glad that's over with. But Jennifer suggests that she wants to have the Turkish coffee cup breeder, that Teresa.
Well, they're a little late to doing this coffee cup breeding. Didn't Beverly Hills do it?
Yeah.
Then they did it on the Ultimate Girls trip.
That's where I think the Teresa brought her was to there, right?
No, on the Ultimate Girls trip. Dorinda's season, the second season.
Oh, that's the season I'm thinking
of.
Yeah. Was it that same lady?
I don't know. I should have taken note better.
I feel like it was.
I feel like it looked like her, which would be interesting.
I feel like it was. I don't know, but it was just a bogus mahogus when we get to that, please. But she says that she's afraid that everybody won't come to her house. So what I was praying for, Dolores offers up Paulie's house.
Which, I'm not going to lie, when they arrived, I thought it was going to be at her house, not
no. She said I guess has a really nice house or something, and
I don't know. I think I just wasn't realizing that she was hosting at his house. I was like, they're all at her thing.
Yeah, no. She said that she was going to do it at his house, that he would have a nice house, but which I was praying so we could really get a better look at how like all this stuff is laid out, which is it's nice. He's got a beautiful view and the whole bit. We'll get into that, but. I'm not talking. Look at him looking at me because I'm.
Cooper doesn't like when you talk about other men.
I know. You're the only man for me, my boo bear. Go Seepies now. So then they go back to Melissa and Joe, and Melissa and Antonio show up to the new house. They're gonna go take a look around.
Oh wait, before we go there, did you notice that Jennifer Aiden gave Dolores her tagline?
Yes.
About the pot of gold thing, which I was like. That's why like she can be tolerable and funny.
Oh no, she absolutely can be funny when she's on point.
Sometimes
but when she gets to that point where like all the rest of them do, they can't hear anything else but what's played in their head.
I think the other issue too is like she's always the center of drama. Like Marge is too, but for some reason, I don't know, Marge is never focused as much. I don't know.
It's just a different
maybe
way.
She's more sneaky about it, but she's always in the center of the drama, which I think is what makes it be like, oh my god, it's her again. I think
it's the way Jennifer does it.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
Like she
is
brutal.
We don't even
she's over
see
the
how
top.
she does it half the time because it's behind the scenes.
That's what I think the problem is that they're like, why are you going around doing this digging?
Yeah.
Like, if that girl called them, she should have said, if she wanted to be so, like, righteous and all, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm hanging up, and as a matter of fact, I'm letting Marge know that you contacted me. Goodbye. But she didn't. She sat around. She listened to what the girl had to say. She actually, I think, met with her. They took a selfie and all. So it's like,
that's where it gets weird.
Instead of saying no, you went and did it. So you proved them right. You are like interested in digging information, or you are interested in having an arsenal or something, which I think is like where she gets that whole thing from, is that I think she tries to have one. So then, like I said, Melissa ends up at the house, and her and Joe are kind of going back and forth.
Did you notice that Joe also picked up on the fact that like Danielle was leaving all these events early, like we did?
Yeah.
He even brought it up. He was like, she just leaves.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so which is, I feel like when you got the husbands noticing things like that,
because
you're doing it too much.
The one party he was drunk, so as a skunk, and the second one. Yeah, I guess. Well, he was angry and fighting, so I mean, obviously, he still picked up on the fact that she wasn't there. Could have been a little
tipsy, but he's still though.
But her and Joe, the main thing they do there is they discuss Louis and his crying and all that craziness, and they're just not buying it. And they mention the big little secretive thing about Dina, that Dina was in the wedding, which we all know Dina was supposed to be in the wedding, and that's why Dolores wasn't invited to the engagement party. We all kind of knew that little tidbit. I don't want to wipe your stuff off. I don't care if you get on my pants.
At this point.
I just don't want to wipe it off on you. But the fact is, apparently something happened with Dolores's husband.
No, not Dolores.
I'm not Dolores. I'm sorry. Dina's husband with Louis now.
And a business.
And they said something about a business as well. So it seems like we can't do business with people, apparently. Or he should just stop doing it with Teresa's people.
Yeah. I also noticed, too, they mentioned that something about, I don't know, I think, were they cutting between with other people in this scene, I think, with Teresa?
I
I think so. Yes. She was on the phone with Danielle on FaceTime. Yes.
That's right. Yeah, because then it goes into Danielle. And
well, no, because I think Teresa mentioned that Louis walked over to get Melissa's mother's phone number.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Which was my thing. The cameras were clearly rolling 24/7 there. Why is there no footage? Why did we never see that footage?
I don't get that either, because there's a lot of stuff
it's
that
like
doesn't...
It's a weird thing, too, that, like, even the show is, like...
That's making it look like... It made it look like Teresa was the beast, and like now you're asking and I know Melissa was probably like, well, screw you, you're not inviting my mother now because
he asked for the phone number and she denied. That's what Teresa said, is that
but they did, like you said, they didn't show it.
Once again, if you're trying to make Melissa look bad, why is the show not showing it as well?
I don't know.
It would just cause more drama. And also, Louis, you're not a good crier.
Oh no,
crying. Suck those tears. No,
some people are bad criers, and he's right on the bad crier list. But yeah, they were, and I thought it was funny because you did comment on it when they did bring like Melissa tells Joe that she's going to help Danielle and have a little pop up at Envy and get her going and whatever, and that's nice. And because like, do we see Envy ever? Never, ever anymore.
No, which I'm like, is this store still doing well?
I believe it is, but I think she does better online, probably. I think, which is like most things. But
well, you know what? One day we'll have to take a drive and go see this Envy store.
And of course, what would a Housewives season be without someone having COVID? And there it is.
Can't even escape it. Like, and didn't she say she's like 3-4 weeks out from her wedding?
So well, that's the only good thing is that she has it. And she'll be good for the wedding.
Super immune.
Yeah, she'll be a super.
So I guess that's a positive, because that is a super spreader event, a wedding.
Yeah.
But I guess that is a plus. But did you notice when Teresa, like, she was explaining what's going on to Danielle, and Danielle was like listening everything that happened after. Danielle goes on to tell, like, oh, this is how I'm feeling about my situation. Teresa looked like, well, I want to get off this damn phone.
She probably
but I've already been saying this is my theory, that she is bored with typical housewife drama.
Yeah, and I think she was just she had to put it out. She had to make like the announcement that she had COVID so that you'd understand where she was.
Yeah, why she wasn't
So I think
at the
that's
party.
what that was about. But it was funny because you were saying, Danielle was saying, so how many like things do you bring to like a pop up or something? And you see her saying, oh, why don't you have something at Envy and put a couple of racks together.
And she said, you get like, I'll give you like a rack or two.
Yeah, well,
girl,
that's what
get
you
a
do.
rack or two out and see how many clothes you can fit on the rack or two.
Well, I mean, I would have an idea of what a rack looks like. So, I mean,
listen, I don't know if you're rolling in your own rack, Danielle. What you should do is get a middle bar, because if it's kids' clothes are not as long as adult clothes. You double rack that thing.
Yeah.
Also, how many clothes do you have that you're like, I don't know, is there that many? Does she have enough to open her whole own boutique? So, that sound that we keep getting up for, I don't really think you can hear it in a recording, but if you can, apologies. We don't know what upstairs is doing. He never does anything ever. He's like a 50-year-old man who just is never here.
We'll give him a
and
pass,
it's like everybody, he has asthma. That's not
we'll
him.
Give him a pass.
Oh, I was like, wait, wrong neighbor. Other neighbors with asthma, but not him.
Someone that won't give a pass out is Danielle with Rachel. Jeez Louise.
She's not playing.
She is like a dog with a bone on this one. She is like so hyped up on talking about why she's mad at Rachel. How, she said this, that, and the other thing. Clearly she didn't say it. She reiterated the whole damn thing to Teresa again.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's where Teresa was like, ugh, looks like I'm bored. And also, Danielle, she's upset with herself that she left. I'm upset that you left because, like I said, I had my bets on you that you're going to be one of the first housewives to throw a punch. And, yes, I have a rash on my foot, too. Really? Come on.
Is it itchy?
Now that you've touched it, it is.
Sorry.
But I had my bets, and you left. So, until you get into another serious fight and don't leave again...
She said she's not going to because...
Well, she said like she was going to come guns a-blazing.
But I feel like the producers probably said, no, you need to stay and deal with it. That's
because it's part of the thing. If you're running off, what's the point of it? I'm still going to keep Rachel Fuda as my first fist thrower until Danielle stays there and holds down the fort, okay? And she was coming ready, guns a-blazing at the coffee reading, but it really doesn't go anywhere.
No.
Sad to say.
So, we basically all end up at Paulie's house.
Yeah.
Everyone's there, and they, come trickling in. And
which, I don't know if anybody else caught this. I caught this and I told you. When they were doing it, I think it was like Dolores, maybe it was March. I don't know who the first one to arrive was. But then, whoever the chef was...
They opened the door
for another person, too. They opened the door for the Fez, but I think they opened it for everybody else after. It was just...
No, I didn't see... I don't
Pauly
know.
opened it for somebody, and Dolores did, but it was just weird. It was like...
They didn't really show any, because Melissa walked in the back, it looked like. I don't know how that happened, but she came in from the balcony, so I don't know how that one happened. Because they made it sound like they had to go upstairs to go to that one. I don't know, but... So everybody, comes in, and I was just glad to see that everybody was as impressed with Dolores' house as we were, because like you were saying, if we think it looks that good on TV and they're all like gaga over it in person, it must really be nice. It legitimately,
it feels like a set that somebody would create for like Iron Man or like Batman to live in, like a billionaire's house. You know what I'm talking about?
It was nice.
It's fancy. We've talked about the tablets in the walls at his house. We've seen them.
Yeah, no, it is very nice, but they end up going into everybody was surprised that they made up her and Jenna.
Which, I gotta give Marge this, because this is exactly what I think. Marge said that Dolores just doesn't want to be in a fight. And you cannot be in a fight with somebody and still not like them. Which I have to agree. I'm sure that's how Dolores is. I think she's like...
She's got something on her belly.
Where?
I can see it.
Sky, you have something on your belly. Could you handle that?
No, she's gonna handle her toes and stuff.
She's gonna lick her toes.
No, so yeah, but Marge. I mean, look, I personally think she's right too. I think Dolores just figures it's not worth the fight.
No, I think,
and it's not, because the fight is
But it was just
stupid.
the way she said it. She was like, which I was like, I agree, and that's why most housewives pulled their stuff together, is because they don't want to fight. But that doesn't mean they like you.
See it?
Okay, I see. It's a little piece of paper. Can we move? All right, let's keep going.
I'm sorry, but
we'll be there when we're done.
But then they go into their big announcement that, they mentioned about Teresa not coming because she has COVID, but she called them when they were both at the lunch together.
Because she meditated on the wedding. The phrasing of that is funny.
No, it was while she was meditating, she pictured them.
No, I know, but the way Dolores said it 2 times, she said she was meditating on the wedding. Like, she sat down and had a meditating session strictly on the wedding.
And these two were in it.
She probably did.
And apparently...
Which is like, this is your first time meditating on the wedding, or is this your first time seeing them?
Oh, it's the first time realizing that somebody backed out of the wedding and she needs to add new people. That's what I'm thinking.
Also, one person backed out of the wedding. 1 equals 2?
I think she knew that if she put Dolores, Jennifer Aiden would get upset, and I think she knew if she put Jennifer Aiden, that you were never going to explain Dolores away, especially with Dina not being in it. I think that was going to be an issue. I mean, I think she would have thought Dolores would have made an issue. I don't think Dolores would have cared either.
I don't think Dolores would have cared, because here's the thing: when you watch the announcement, Jennifer Aiden's like, "We're gonna be bridesmaids."
Yeah,
she looked right in Melissa. She locked those eyes.
But I think Melissa did a good job not
because I think that's what Jennifer Aiden wanted, was for her to freak out.
And she's friendly with Melissa, but I think she just wanted to be like, look at me.
Yeah, I'm the bridesmaid.
Yeah, and she did really well. But like I said, on Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen asked Dolores, do you think that you got invited, just like some of the girls did, to the wedding because Dina's not there, or you got included into the wedding party? And she was like, no, she doesn't believe that. And she said that nothing happened between her and Dolores, her and Dina. Like, there's no fight, there's no major conflict. It's just that she left the show when I was on the show, and we just drifted apart. She said there's nothing going on, nothing nefarious. I don't buy it either, because he mentioned something about letters. He said something, is it about the letters? I don't know what letters they're talking about, but he said something about letters, and she obviously says to the producer when they ask her something on the show, she's like, I'm not talking about Dina at all.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
And he called her out on that. He said, but you told the producer I'm not talking about Dina at all. And she said, no, I'm just not going into it, because there's just no, I think she meant, like, I'm not going to let you dredge up some kind of drama that's not there. Yeah, I think that's what she was looking at.
Also, there's really no point to try to bring up that.
I think there is something there.
No, but here's my thing. There's really no point to try to bring it up, because, like, Dina's probably never going to come back on the show. So there's no point in trying to create a fight between them all.
If Teresa left, Caroline Manzo.
I know.
Because they were talking about that. She said, I know you have your allegiance to Caroline, and, obviously opposed to, Dina. But that would make sense, because she is close with Caroline. Yeah. Melissa's okay with Caroline. Teresa's the one that's not. So that would be actually an interesting group, though, because I think Caroline and Marge would get along because they're in the same age. Like, I could see that being an interesting.
And I could see her trying to set Jennifer Aiden in the place. Rachel and Danielle, it's kind of like iffy. I think it would be like based on like first impressions how that goes.
I think Rachel would get along. And I could see Rachel getting along with Caroline, maybe not Danielle, but I think that would be real interesting. I think
also Marge and Caroline could bond over like the hatred for Danielle Staub too. Yeah. They have that. You know what you are? You're a clown. Well, that's one of my favorites. But you know what? You're gonna really have to see how Ultimate Girls Trip played out, because I could have put a sour taste in her mouth of it.
Yeah, because they said something about it, but they said something about they mentioned the girls trip or something. So I don't know how that worked out.
It would have to depend. But I mean, here's the thing: you have to keep in mind, the Ultimate Girls Trip is not New Jersey. Those were all girls that not a single one of them was from New Jersey. She was the only New Jersey girl. So maybe she kept that in mind.
I don't know.
Maybe like a friend of or something.
But I love that they all come out onto the balcony and
Danielle arrives and everybody goes down and they go back in. Yeah,
everybody goes back in.
That's classic housewife stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I love. I love to see what people are putting on their plates. And I will say, Melissa and Jen Fessla's plate was full.
Fez, the Fez eats. Sure. The Fez eats.
Well, Fez doesn't eat now apparently because she's on that medicine, and that could be why.
She was pre-gaming the meds.
Her plate was pretty full. Danielle's plate looked like it had like fruit and stuff.
Well, her and Marge sat down to eat together.
But see, Marge she's usually taking it down. But I don't know now if she's on that medicine. I don't know. This is like
can you spot when they started taking the medicine?
Well, you know what? You can in a way, because when you look at Jennifer Fessler in the actual show, she definitely has a bit of a belly. When the way she's sitting in the chair, no, she like a normal woman would have.
Well, you said, oh yeah, like when you sit down and everything. She
definitely did that. But when she does her interview, especially on this one, she doesn't look the same.
I don't know. When I watched the Watch What Happens Live, because you said you watched that, and Andy said she looked different. I mean, I don't feel like she looked entirely like, that's a new woman.
I felt she looked like herself too.
Because he said she got a facelift too.
Yeah.
And her facelift looked pretty good. Like didn't Tamara get a facelift? Who got a facelift that was a really good facelift on OC? Shannon?
Shannon got one, but I think Tamara got one too.
I think it was Tamara. She got like a nice little one. Like,
it was
even
like
the Fez, like it was like
they call it like a lower something.
It was like a good one. Like I wasn't like, who's that? I was like, that's the Fez. I know the Fez. Oh my God, sissy, you pig. All right.
So Dolores, and a couple of things happened before the thing. Dolores invites them all to Ireland.
Which, have you ever noticed? Not just them, but like. They always, she's like, you guys want to come to Ireland? And they're like, yeah. There's never a pause to be like, let me check my schedule.
Well, I think their initial thing is like, yes, I want to come, but, obviously.
Well, no, I know. It's always, dates. I've noticed it's always the ones like that. But here's my thing. I'm sure this Ireland trip has been planned out for months. Like when they first started the show. Like, I'm sure they ask Ray, do you have any trip ideas at the beginning? Because here's my thing. You have to keep in mind, they have to book a hotel. They have to find locations that they can film in Ireland. Like, that's going to take some time, so.
So they say that they're going to kind of have a bachelorette party a little bit. Like, it's going to be like for Teresa, to take Teresa away and stuff like that. But
which makes sense how I was saying, like, they should have done, like, a couples thing with Paulie, because that would have made sense because he's Irish, but
he's already been there with her. That's how she knows. But
no, I know, but I'm saying it makes sense why it's a girls' trip and not like a guys and girls trip.
So they go to the cup readings. Now they bring Angie in, and she comes in. And if this wasn't a load of crap, I don't know what was. But
no, because
it was after first of all, if it wasn't Jennifer Aiden that brought it in, I would be like, okay.
No, because not. I didn't notice until they really got to the Marge thing that I was like. When I thought back to the previous readings...
She blew it at March.
No, because I thought back to the previous readings, and I'm like, everybody that Jennifer Aiden doesn't, like, have, like, a full, like, love and trust with got, like, oddly specific, weird readings. In depth, yeah. Like, even, like, Dolores. Now she's good with Dolores. You're gonna get married, Dolores, but that's kind of easy to figure out, too. It's, like... the marriage thing.
Yeah, so Dolores obviously she sees her ring, and
that's kind
Rachel
of easy,
has
though.
V for victory, and
which I mean, I don't know if she knows about the adopting the son, because I don't feel like Jennifer Aiden and the other one are that close.
I don't know, but who knows if she knew about it or heard about it, or who knows what it could be for.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was very she kind of gave her that one, and then she's like, yeah, that's it, that's what it's for. I'm like, okay.
Yep, I see adoption papers being signed in this cup. Can anybody else see them?
Yeah, and then very specific with Marge. I see a friend, childhood friend, stabbing you in the back with the letter L, and I mean, like, come on. But you're gonna get back together. I'm like, this is. So all the ladies start to think.
My best though is like Jackie questions it, and Jennifer goes to her, and she's like, "It's in the cup, Jackie." Yeah. That was so good.
It was spelled out in the cup.
Like, and who else had another? I think it was Danielle. When they got to Danielle's
reading. They did her brother.
No. But what I'm saying is, Jackie then again, like, comments on that.
Well, that was, I think, the final
and she's
straw.
like, "I hope that for you." And Danielle's going, "Do you?"
I know.
She just snapped at her like, "Do you, Jackie?"
Well, that's the thing. I have Jackie
Jesus,
laughing.
Sissy's tearing it up in the bathroom now. Oh, give us a second here. The little lady's done using the restroom, so we shall continue.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God! She just hit him in the face with the paper.
Almost did.
Hurry up, my knees are itchy.
So it's basically a done deal.
Yeah.
Because after they do Danielle's with her brother, come on.
Did they? Am I crazy?
What?
Did Melissa not get one? And Jen and the Fez, did they not get one?
They didn't show them. Sometimes they do that. They don't always show all of them.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, what was theirs that they didn't show?
No, they didn't show theirs.
Melissa, I see you not attending a big the house. I don't see you attending someone's big life event.
Imagine that. Well, the thing that was funny too, though. Jennifer,
I'm air itching over here.
Jennifer Aiden asked like a specific question about her husband, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why would you do that? Like, because you're giving her information. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was weird. And Margaret, of course, asks her, did she speak to the lady ahead of time? Because these are just way too specific things that were never mentioned out there. And what's going on?
And the lady's like, oh, no. Well, the lady's never going to admit that live on television because that's going to ruin her business. Oh, yeah. Jennifer spoke to me before I got in here.
But there's no way. If it was Dolores that brought her in there, absolutely. Would I be questioning it a little bit? Sure. But would I believe that? Would I really think someone told her? No. But the fact that it was Jennifer Aiden that brought her in,
and it was the wording. Like, why did you use that wording?
Well, she used a word
for Marge.
No, she used a word for herself about.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. What was what was the word that they used? Oh God, it was some stupid word.
The endorsements.
Endorsements. Yeah, like, why did you use endorsements? That's such a weird word.
She used a very specific word for that. So it was like, okay, really now? But
that is all.
Yeah, that's really it. It looks interesting for next week as well. Lots of stuff going on. I'm sure Teresa will be back in the fold because she'll probably be COVID better or what have you. But
yeah. Which, who at Melissa Gorga or Rachel's house, but probably Melissa Gorga because there was a lot of different people there. Who had COVID? That's my question. Right? Because she probably got it at one of the shore houses, but Rachel Fuda was just the group. So she had to get it from Melissa's house. Come on, Teresa. You got to think on your feet here, girl. I'd be blaming Melissa up and down. Be like, who did you invite that has COVID? Unless she went somewhere else after. But
she could have, probably. She was in Jennifer Aiden's
But
house.
as far as the cameras know, it's Melissa's fault. So that's how I would deem it.
Okay.
Or I don't know, one of the guys with the meat company. The mermaid, it was the damn mermaid in the shell had COVID. Somebody better check out the Fez then.
Yeah,
she's next.
Got it because she took a photo with her.
Oh.
Well, I think that's about
that
it.
Is
all
just
that's
about
left
it.
is Ultimate Girls Trip.
Yeah, so make sure you come back on Monday to hear our thoughts on Ultimate Girls Trip, episode 5. We're almost done here. 2 more episodes. So crazy. And we're not going to get like season 4 for how long? Too long.
I know.
But God,
maybe
OC
not,
come
though.
back. OC,
maybe not.
OC.
Yeah, they probably will. They'll probably do like a little OC and then the next, then the Ultimate, and then maybe Beverly.
Yeah, I mean Beverly Hills is filming.
No, but Atlanta's coming
Atlanta's
soon.
next. Oh God, it's crazy. Atlanta's finished. Oh, Potomac, I believe, just started filming, and as well, so that gives us an idea of where we're gonna have to start heading to. I haven't reviewed the polls. Okay, you've heard I have hives. I have headaches. Someone's kind of come through the floor. I don't know what.
She almost just slapped me in the forehead. But, it's all
that
good.
wasn't on purpose. That was an accident.
But you almost did. It still would have been a hit nonetheless.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening or watching. Check out our other podcast. We talk about it all.
Thank God you can't actually watch this in real life.
No, because honestly, I'd have to blur half of me out. Okay? I have chalky knees. I can't with them up there now.
I hope they fix that.
All right. Well,
anyway,
make sure if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve. And subscribe, follow, turn on the notifications so you don't miss any episodes. And I think that's all, folks. We'll see you next week.
We got to go eat dinner. 9:00 at night. Hit the button.
There you go.
Let's make some food.